Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. This is Marcus Aurelius 76, once again playing Paraworld. I'm actually not playing, doing a cast. Apparently that's what these things are called. See, normally I would not call it a cast, because it's usually just me or one other guy fighting against the AI. But today I have a wonderful, wonderful treat for everyone. Today I am casting a game between 6 players played through our Discord server. If you are part of the Paraworld Steam group, you may have seen an announcement that we now have a Discord server. I've mentioned it a while ago on another video, and we seem to get a few new people through that, but we had actually a small explosion once the announcement was made through Steam, so I'm hoping to get a lot more matches like this later on. Now, let's take a quick look at the roster here. This is a game on... This game is being played on Frozen River, a relatively small 3v3 map that I played a recent match on against a series of AI that I lost the first time, and second time I survived. So, that's always nice. Now, the northern half of the map, I'm going to call that Team 1. We have Mr. Morgana in Ruby Red playing as the Dust Riders. We have Dryfun in Emerald Green playing as the Dragon Clan. I am so glad I got that right. I almost called them the Norsemen. And I don't want to have to pronounce that. I'm going to call that D. Just D. In Orange, also playing as the Dragon Clan. In the southern section with Group 2, we have Red Chef. Not red today, it looks like hot pink? Hot pink. Playing as the Norseman. Mr. Sarb in Plum Crazy Purple playing as the Dust Riders. And last but not least, where is he? Where is he? There he is. There he is. Player. Wonderful name. In yellow, playing as the Dust Riders. So we have what we got here? 2 Dust Riders and a Norseman in the south, and 2 Dragon Clans and a Dust Riders in the north. No seas on this map, apparently. Let's speed it up a little bit, get everything moving along. Now, this is played with the most updated version of Mirage, I believe. The game is automatically set to a speed of 1.2, so it's slightly faster than normal. It's actually much smoother looking, characters move around much better, so yes, that's nice. Now, all of these players are better than me, so we might be able to learn a thing or two by watching them. Stare at the screen and watch them. Now, I will note that early game is relatively boring. Not a lot happens, mostly just building. It appears that everybody has a very strong focus on getting their population limit up to above 25 so that they can have as many workers as they can. And after that, they focus on massive base improvements, just building up as much as they possibly can to get to the coveted Epoch 3 when some of the more powerful units become available. I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit. So yeah, you can see player here building the mobile centers, getting them as close to the resources as possible. Now, this is something that I have actually noticed is the mass production of buildings that produce a single kind of unit. So 3 dojos, they can build a lot of infantry very, very quickly. I believe there will be others around here. 2 dojos out the front. 2 barracks out front for Morgana. That seems to be a quickly... I am at loss for words here right now. I am tired. Long day. But yeah, it seems like they all build multiple barracks to fill out Tier 2 with infantry units as quickly as possible. Now I can hear what's going on. Yeah, that's a lot of T2 infantry units, especially at the 5-minute mark. I am very, very easily impressed in this game, and I am very, very impressed by this. And already at Epoch 2. I believe everyone has reached Epoch 2 by this point. So that's my new benchmark. Is going to be getting to Epoch 2 within the first 5 minutes of the game. Yes, I need to practice. Wow. I was very, very impressed with Henry's industrialness when it came to building up within the game. And I am further impressed by these guys. See, I don't play the game as often as I'd like to, and I'm by no means good at it. So I'm always impressed by the building skills of many of the players, the loadouts that they practice. Alright, we have an early move by player, heading in, grabbing that treasure chest, dropping it, grabbing it again, I think. Yes, grabbing it again. Now, he already has a Stegosaurus transport with several spearmen following him, but they noticed that all of these archers were here and quickly retreated. Seems to be the only push outward. It looks like D is building up some defenses. I probably would have built them over here instead of going up and down this way, you know, make a no man's land out of the river, but to each his own. You need your own home defense. And quickly building up the Styraco transports. Seems like everybody is currently hunting down as many animals as they can, trying to rack in those skulls. And we have a scout moving in. I don't know if it's gonna. No, it's not gonna make it. Past the hostile fauna. It seems that is the current strategy, is just hunting everything down. On the one hand, you get the food. On the other, you need the skulls to upgrade units that are weaker. And I believe, I'm not so sure because I don't play them very often, but I believe the Dust Riders require them to upgrade. So while we're watching everyone hunt and waiting for something to happen, definitely definitely join our Discord server. We try to have games as often as possible. It seems like there's usually a few that happen every day around 2 p.m. Eastern Time, because most of them are European. And the guys there are very, very helpful when it comes to setting up the game to run for you. A lot of people seem to be having trouble getting the game to even install on their computers. I plan on getting access to a laptop that does not have the game installed on it, a Windows 10 laptop, fully updated so that it applies to everyone who has a current computer. And I will make a serious effort to install Paraworld on that and record everything that goes on so that everyone can see, and so that those of you who have trouble installing it may be able to do it themselves. So there's that. I hope to get many more multiplayer replays from these guys, make some more videos. And also, I plan on doing a Fallout 4 playthrough, a Minecraft playthrough, and I got another scout coming in. He's seeing all these big buildings up out front here with no defenses, no towers, no walls. Not that many units. A decent number of marksmen, the units that you get when you get Bella to level 4. And the moment they see those, they... Oh, no, they're not turning around. The thing is, these units are very, very powerful, but they do not have a lot of health, so they need to retreat and take up the attack from somewhere, from a safe distance. Essentially, they'd be required to just continuously retreat. Bella ends up getting stuck, though. Tarna's Ice Spear holding him in place. It's a very, very powerful weapon. And he may get bogged down, and a pincer move coming from Red Chef. However, the pincer move might be for naught, because D is moving in with his current units, which include Saltas, mounted with, is that priests? Priests, healer units. And several Styrakos, which he's having killed, and moving everyone up to the Saltas. Also, it looks like Mr. Morgana is moving his forces in. However, he has a lot of ranged units and healers. But Anthony Cole, at level 3, moving in. It looks like this is where all the big fights are going on right now. Yellow may need to retreat, but he has been able to push Red back, while also pretty solidly handling the... Oh, nope, the Saltas fell back. Looks like they're moving in now. But I don't know how well the Saltas are going to do against all of the... Wow, he is churning out those Brachiosaurs. He's got a pretty solid operation going on over here. The Saltas are moving in. The big problem here is that player has a huge number of spearmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 spearmen. Have all of those target a single animal unit. They can take it down very quickly. That one's already down to less than half health and it's retreating as another one goes in from the north to attack the Brachiosaur. And these marksmen are still firing. I believe he just has them being produced constantly from the weapon makers. Good on dry fun, but with 2 Tyranno Guardians moving in, it may all be for naught. I'm not sure how the Tyranno Guardians stack up against Allosaurs. I'm assuming they're going to be stronger. But it looks like he's actually... healing up his units before moving them out. Alright. It looks like he's lost all... all of his Salta transports. Currently building war drums. Red Chef is using his chariots for maximum effectiveness, moving them around everywhere, trying to keep them out of harm's way while doing as much damage to the opponent as possible. These Allosaurs were moving in for the attack, but it looks like they had to move out once these spearmen started showing up. They're moving in for the attack, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They are in what appears to be a full retreat, moving behind the gate. Now that they're within range of their temple, they can get healed while attacking, but it looks like they actually had a full retreat all the way to the rear. And he is raising a Tyrannosaur. He is at Epoch 5. He might have a Titan on his hands. But I don't know how well it's going to be able to do against this large group of Brachiosaurs. That's too much even for a Titan to handle. And he agrees. Mr. Morgana backed out of the game, killed all of his units and all of his buildings. He has nothing left. Meanwhile, Red Chef moving in to Dryfun's base. Dryfun has no units to hold him off except for a bunch of workers and a scorpion. Still having the dino farms. Looks like they're producing Triceratops. I don't know if it's going to be any use to them, because just the sheer amount of units. It looks like he's focusing all of his fire on Red Chef, while Player moved all of his units north. It doesn't want to have to handle these Triceratops, so he's just moving north, going straight for the bread and butter of his base. Well, it's actually Asian descent, so that's not really bread and butter, it's more rice, but still. And for what it's worth, all of these war drums are moving in. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot, aside from supporting. And we have the first artillery piece, a log cannon, taking out the animal farms, trying to keep any more Triceratops from coming into the game. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Player has 5 Brachiosaurs and looks like 4 Tyranno Guardians. That's a little nuts. A few of these Brachiosaurs are level. Oh wow, he has a lot more. Oh nope, that one's from Mr. Sarb. Never mind. Wow. Okay, yeah. I think this match is over with unless unless D over here pulls off some miracle. Though that is doubtful. That's a lot. Hold on, let me check something through Google here. I need to do a bit of math. How heavy is a Brachiosaur? 56 metric tons. 56 times 15. I didn't actually count them. I'm just assuming it's 15. And they have catapults now, too. 840 tons of flesh barreling into the base. They don't really have a chance at this. I mean, that's also not including the multiple woolly mammoths and tyrannosaurs and the many, many, many spearmen that are getting thrown in. And Dryfun built a massive number of mines in this little field here, taking out everyone who tries to cross it, and Red Chef is just like, no, we're not going to handle that. So they moved back. Everybody is moving on to the final base, the most well-defended they have, which isn't saying much because none of them actually had any defenses. See how D does. I'm going to try to actually pronounce that. D-N-I-W-E. Dnwe. Dnwe. Oh, wow. Nope. One of the Brachiosaurs actually made it through and started attacking. And killed off all of his remaining workers. He has nothing left now. He is out of the game unless he has some sort of weapons builder and tavern and a worker to move up here somewhere and start building things. The walls are crumbling. You'll notice the very impressive looking defensive skewers in front of his base, much more impressive than the ones you have in the base game. The walls break down. They're not as impressive as the army going after him. There are titans in the game now. There are now Triceratops titans moving in for the kill that the Brachiosaurs already have. We have several battle Triceratops moving in, attempting to stem this tide. They're not going to be able to. Like trying to use a sponge to soak up the ocean. They are not going to be able to hold this off. All he has now are traders. I don't really know what else to say here, guys. This is not looking good. I feel like this guy should probably... I feel like D should probably do what Morgana did, and once they break through your base to the point where you have no units, you have nothing to defend with, if you're not going up against the AI, you're probably going to lose at that point. You know, the AI can be finicky and give up when it shouldn't, or go too far when it shouldn't. A human player is not going to give up an opportunity to wipe the floor with you, so not much left. It looks like the Triceratops Titan has actually been upgraded to carry several more units. 1, 2, 3, 6 people now. Wow, that's impressive. This large army moving in, killing off the last of his supplies. All these poor workers standing there just, not really with anything to do. I think D might have gone to, take a bathroom break while his country was viciously slaughtered around him. And I believe that is the end of the game. Again, please join our Discord server. Join us in multiplayer. We will attempt to help you get the game set up so that it works. Hopefully the video I will be posting soon soon, whenever I get a device to do it on, I'll be able to help you out with this. And that Brachiosaur is moving in again to take this remaining base out, moved through the minefield and took actually a decent amount of damage. Come on, other guys. Come through here. I don't believe there's much else he can do. This 3 armies here. 1, 2, 3. All moving over here to take out this one remaining base. There's not much left going on. Tyrannosaur move. They did take it out. And everyone died. That's the end of the game. So, the Southern team won pretty handily with a very, very strong first attack. The Northern team attempted to converge their units, but on the center, trying to take them out, but it just didn't work. The Brachiosaurs were too strong and too numerous, and they really didn't have a chance. Sorry. And by the way, this is what happens when you finish a replay. Everyone's just kind of continues doing their previous animation in place. We can just all watch them do the moonwalk. See you later.